Hello, everyone. The Honest Collector here to give you the truth on the Hasbro Marvel Legends Amazing Fantasy First Appearance Spider-Man action figure. Why am I reviewing this now? That's a good question. I have no idea. I got this a while ago and just decided to review it now. There is a change that I made to it. It's nothing crazy. It's something a lot of people have done, but I'm just getting around to it not that long ago because I just got this figure not that long ago. And I will bring it out here because it's not in the box. Hold on. It's these feet. My Renew Your Vows Spider-Man broke, so I just used those feet and put them on here, and it was way too difficult to switch them, so I'm not going to. I'm just going to keep these feet because they're pretty much the same. The only difference is they don't have the toe hinge, so just keep that in mind throughout the remainder of this review. Nothing else is customized, nothing else is changed or added or modded. So now let's talk about the box. Now, if I would have had like a 15-minute segment if it was back when this was released, I think like 2023, I would have gone crazy. But plastic free packaging, all that garbage, which yes, it's okay for the environment, but there's still other ways to get around it. And it's stupid to say like that you're trying to not do harmful plastics when you literally make plastic figures, but thankfully that's over now. So you have Spider-Man here in a weird pose. It doesn't look right. It looks like they didn't know how to properly, like these renders. It's like it has the Sonic problem where the renders look like they can look good, but they just don't because they don't know how to pose them. So here it looks fine. Severely photoshopped. It doesn't really look like this. Everything that needs to be fixed is fixed on this one here, but it's okay. It looks like it quite enough. So it's all right. I mean, it would still look better obviously like this. And then here you have another really weird pose and it just doesn't look right. You get all the accessories on the back here with the collapsed web wings and the open ones and that stupid web piece. So yeah, you get the barcode on the back, not on the bottom this time. You have the Spider-Man 60th anniversary logo on the top. And on the side you have that first appearance comic panel or comic cover there, I should say. And yeah, that's pretty much it for this box. So let's get on to the figure, which again is right here. I'm used to seeing him with these on because I put them on him from the Ben Reilly Spider-Man. I just liked him having the more bulky web shooter look, but obviously it's a review, so I took them off. So first impressions, let's go over the accessories actually. All right, so since the hands are basically the most important thing, we have wall crawling hands, gripping hands, whipping hands, and punching hands, which is everything that we would need with this Spider-Man figure. And thanks so much to Hasbro because they did it. They did it. They gave us all the hands that we needed. They didn't skip out this time. They even gave us gripping hands, guys, which is not usual. Usually we just have the wall crawling, if anything. Usually we just have these two. No, they gave us more. And then we have also the web wings here, which have the open version and the collapsed version. However, I can't find the other pieces, so I'm just going to demonstrate it with this one here. This Spider-Man has these little ports, and you just plug these in. I think this is actually the wrong one. Silly me. I don't use these things enough because I don't think they're executed the best because they fall out really easily anyway. But so basically it has to be positioned down like this and then use them like that. And there we go. They're like spread out. And then there's another one that's folded in and it actually doesn't look bad, but they're like in like that and it looks really good. I could pull up an image here because I don't have, I mean, I do, but I seriously cannot find them for the life of me. But yeah, they look okay. So if you like the look, you can display it like that and it actually looks pretty good, but I just don't prefer them, especially the way they're done. It's just anytime it runs into the other piece of plastic, it just falls out. So there's no point. So all the hands look good. It's basically just the regular hands just with some paint. And I honestly think that these webs are like a lighter black. They almost look like a gunmetal gray. And this Spider-Man is actually, he's not essentially just black. He's actually more of a charcoal black, which I really like because there was a balance between which one it was, I think. So, yeah, I actually really like this look. If you don't, they re-released it on different with different paint, same body, like so many times. So you have other options. You got that Walmart exclusive. You have that shouldn't have been on that body. You have that 3-pack. And if you're not someone who loves just dumping money into toys, there is another one that I'm forgetting, I believe. But then there's also, they had this one, and what other one they had? They had the 3-pack, the Walmart exclusive, this one, and I don't know. I think I'm just going crazy. I think that's it. So yeah, there's not the most opportunity, but there is some. So yeah, going on to the detail here, all the web lines are painted and all the web lines look really nice on this figure. I think they came out really good. For some reason, there's these marks on my figure, which no, it's actually not my fingerprints, because it has been there. I've cleaned this figure and everything, and it's just there. So yeah, everything looks really good. The muscle definition looks really great. As many people have said, it looks like an actual guy in the costume, and that's because his muscles aren't just ripping through the fabric like a lot of the Marvel Legends are sculpted. Getting the Ben Reilly Scarlet Spider, which is actually on the Rita Valis body, you see how much more you could see the musculature in each vein. Here, not so much. You could just see the main parts, and yeah, because there's a suit over it, and it actually looks really, really good. Tilting this thing to the side, all the proportions look really nice, and there's still definitely some areas for improvement, but I think that's always going to be like that with like a $25 figure. I think this was like 27 actually, which, considering the fact, I mean, we got that stupid web piece from 2012 that's just like, that came with the No Way Home figures too, but I think we got that, the 2 different versions of the web wings, and 1, 2, 3, 4 pairs of hands. So, you know, I'm a little more okay with it. Now, I think the Tobey Maguire, the new one that just released, the black suit, that's going for like 34. That is completely different because that has a really bad body sculpt. Despite the points of articulation, the posability sucks. The symbiote random wraparound head accessory doesn't make any sense, and that's also stupid. And it's the same, apparently new torso, because they had to redo the symbol. So yeah, for $35, this is 27. Come on, this is still, like, I'm gonna praise this guy. This figure's really fun. Pocket figure, definitely. Been just bringing this thing everywhere, putting him all sorts of poses with all sorts of characters. This definitely gave me that fun factor. Am I spoiling how I feel about this figure before the end of the review? Yes, I am. But that's what happens when there's such a good figure. You know, you can't really, contain it. How much excitement or whatever. So, yeah, this figure definitely has flaws, don't get me wrong. It's still Hasbro Marvel Legends, so there are some things drawing it back, but guys, this figure is actually not bad, and it's really fun to pose around, and I have a lot of fun with this figure. It feels nice to not only review a Spider-Man figure, but a good Spider-Man figure, one that's really good and is just holding up really well. So yeah, let's go into the articulation. So he looks up that high, that far down, and then since it's on that stupid disc hinge, you have no tilt, barely any, none that's actually intentional. So back to what I was saying, it has some drawbacks. Just did a video with this figure where they actually did that dumbbell really well, and he can look up a pretty good amount. So they're fixing it now, but this is the time where they kind of were just lazy and they didn't want to fix it. So we have that disc hinge, which is not good. Anyway, it looks all the way around, and then arms move up above 90. There we go. That's great. And then you have the butterfly joints, which are decent. There's definitely mods that can be made, and there's definitely ways to improve this. And again, they have on some of their figures, even an MCU figure, they have improvements on. But again, this figure suffers from them just not doing it. So arm moves all the way around. Obviously, you have the bicep swivel there, and then that beautiful, beautiful double jointed elbow, which isn't even using its full potential. You can also do that more and get it in any real small way that you like. And then you have the standard swivel for the hand, the regular hinge. And then for the torso, you have the twist at the top, and it crunches down this much, the upper torso, which is literally nothing, and then back that much, which is basically nothing. And everything's doing the heavy lifting in here, but that also isn't really doing much. And thankfully, the legs kick up a decent amount, so there's where you get your crouch. But it could be more, and it's so easy to do more. They did it on the Maximum series, which it shouldn't have taken all the way to the Maximum series timeline-wise to figure out how to properly do an ab crunch. And they shouldn't have done the ab crunch like this. They should have put this at the bottom and this at the top, like they do with their G.I. Joe figures. So that way, we can have Spider-Man actually do this. And we can have him do like a pose like that, or anything like that kicking, because we can't. He can't twist at the bottom of the waist. He can only do that, and that's stupid for being a super posable figure. He can't even twist after like crunching. He can only twist at the top. That doesn't even count because it's not working properly. So again, if you put it the other way around, you can have the same thing, but you can also twist everything despite it crunching. There you go. That's how you engineer figures. I'm not saying that I'm the best at engineering them. Haven't. I'm sure that if I really did try, it would probably come out like garbage. However, when the obvious things are very obvious and pointing out right at you, you should just do those things to make the figure miles better. So, anyway, moving on to the legs. Kicks out this far. For a Spider-Man figure, should be all the way. Kicks up this far, which is good. Above 90, I like to see that. Thigh swivel there. Then you got that double jointed knee, which works really nicely. And if you finagle it a little bit, you can get it to up a little more. Then you have that boot cut there. You have the ankle that goes up this high, that far down. There's nothing blocking it, so it's got full ankle movement. No toe articulation, because that's not what was originally on here. So yeah, that's the articulation for this figure. And although it was pretty negative on the torso section, it's actually really damn good. I really love posing this figure around, so let's stand him next to some other characters. Here he stands next to the Marvel Legends movie Deadpool and Marvel Legends Scarlet Spider, and you can notice that at least the Scarlet Spider is significantly bigger than this figure. Deadpool, he's significantly taller. Here he stands next to the 20th anniversary Toy Biz inspired Hulk, and again, let's be honest, Maximum series Hulk. Here he stands next to the vintage VHS 2-pack Goblin and the 60th anniversary Venom from the same wave. Here he stands next to Tombstone and the Null from the King Black 2-pack, same 2-pack as Venom. Here he stands next to Ned and a MCU Spider-Man figure. And last but not least, here he stands next to the Jakks Pacific Sonic 3 movie Sonic. And yes, I did add the web bracelets here. These are from the Ben Reilly Spider-Man, just to have some fun, but don't think anything of it. Alright, so what are my final thoughts on this figure? It's definitely really fun. It's a good Spider-Man. It's another good one. You have some other options, especially at the time of this release. You have the new Target exclusive one with the accurate back logo. You have the Amazing Friends 3-pack. You have the Walmart exclusive animated series one. And this one just also got re-released on with the symbiote deco, so now you can get the black suit version of this figure for the Secret Wars line, and yeah, and obviously this one right here with the web wings and all that. So this one's not bad. It's definitely really fun. It's just I'm kind of tired of Hasbro just doing the same thing and then getting away with it. I'm gonna give this a 7.5 out of 10 because although it's really nice, it looks really good. The proportions are pretty well done. The accessories are great. It's just there's some things holding it back, like this upside down joint where he's not able to crunch down and also move to the side like that, which is actually really important for a lot of poses, especially Spider-Man. So yeah, there's just things like that that draw it back. The disc hinge, it not being on like a dumbbell, so I can really move this however I want and get him in those poses. There's things that are just holding it back, and it's because Hasbro just doesn't want to do the most basic things, evolve, be better, with barely having to do much. So this figure's only getting like a 7.5 out of 10. It's really fun. The accessories are great. It looks awesome, but there are limitations that just make me wish that they tried a little harder. And also no articulated toes. These are from the Renew Your Vows figure, so I had to do that. And yeah, he's decked out with the web gauntlets here. I just thought that was a cool touch. It looked a little more tacky, like an older Spider-Man suit. So I think I'm definitely gonna leave it on here. So I think I definitely upgraded it by giving him those things and the articulated feet. But we should have gotten them because in the same way we got the Renew Your Vows, and clearly they fit on each other. So they honestly could have just reused them, and I wouldn't have even cared. However, they didn't, and yeah, that's why this figure falls in the pretty good, but it's not, as good as it could be. And for what, like 27, 28.99? Yeah, no. 7.5 is where I'm leaving it, and that's going to be it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and if you enjoyed, please give this video a like, and if you're new, turn on that notification bell so I can give you the truth on the next figure. Thank you guys again for watching. Spread peace, love, and be greater together, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.